established rich coming right back at you. There's one word that can turn success into stress overnight, and that word is family. Because when one person makes it out, people start counting your money like it's theirs. And that's exactly what we watching play out between GloRilla and her own blood. Her sister went to social media and set the whole internet on fire, accusing her of leaving the family broke, accusing her of not taking care of her mom and dad, accusing her of talking about the struggle in interviews, but never reaching back to help the people who share that struggle.
Let's start with just your grievance that you feel that your sister has an obligation to share the wealth.
Hell yeah, she got an obligation to share the wealth. We sat here, we struggled together. Took baths and bottles of water, rest, roaches, all that. Yeah, she obligated. Is them friends obligated? She doing everything for them. So yeah, I feel like I'm obligated.
What is it you think she's not doing for the family? What is the... you're making it sound like there's a real financial hardship. Describe what you're talking about. She's
not doing nothing. Nothing. She's not doing nothing for family. At all. She do little oohs and ahs for our parents or whatever, but barely nothing because my mama still clocking the clock at FedEx. Oh, she don't want to work. Gloria got y'all believing this fake ass, imaginary ass thing where she retired them. No, she did not. My dad retired because his time was up. She's supposed to have retired my mama, but she didn't. My mama still clocking the clock at FedEx.
Why does she owe it to you to support you and to support the family beyond what she wants to do? It's her money, right?
Because don't go on no interviews, talk about our struggle. You want to do that. That's not right. You don't sit here and talk about struggle, sit here and struggle with. It's not one sibling, you got 9 other siblings. She get her money just because she got plenty other in Memphis she getting money to. I got 2 siblings staying down there in Atlanta with her that she treat them like housemaids. Y'all keep on painting this picture like she's just a good person, an upright person. She's not.
So here's something that Glo pretty publicly did last year when your dad, you said he retired. His time was up, so he retired. And she bought him a brand new Jaguar as a retirement gift, right? And we saw this back in November. I mean, that's pretty nice to give someone a Jaguar, no?
Yeah, what picture of the Jaguar do you have?
I just know it's a white Jaguar.
What evidence do you have of the brand new Jaguar?
Are you saying that the Jaguar was not, she didn't actually give him a Jaguar?
It was nowhere near new. What evidence do you have of that brand new Jaguar?
There's an Instagram video of it.
And of course, she gonna try to make it look good for y'all. My dad over there broke as a mother right now.
Let's say she has $2 million. How much of that does she owe to you and the rest of the family of that $2 million?
She can get all of it like $2,500 a piece.
How much?
$2,500.
25, like how for? That's it, just 2,500 flat, or is that a?
2,500 flat.
I think she would jump at that. I think if that's all you want, I think Glo might jump at that.
But imagine her being on for 4 years and not giving us zero, none at all.
What does your mom think about you going public with this whole thing?
At the end of the day got to end. I don't give a
And just like that, the court of public opinion is in session. People who don't know this family now got strong opinions about this family. People who don't know the truth now think we know the truth. Her sister saying they mom still working at FedEx, saying they daddy had to borrow money from the mom, saying she had to pay $1,800 on a $2,400 rent because y'all favorite rapper blocked her. Those are heavy accusations, the type that can make somebody turn on you fast. Then go post a text response with her mom that shows she's been helping her mom.
Where the fuck that day at? You mad because you got exposed to everything coming to light. She still working at FedEx. She go to work from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. Stop lying.
And her sister come right back. That text is old, it's fake. Now it ain't about money no more, it's about lying. And this is where the internet gets it wrong every single time. Because this ain't a gossip story. This is a culture story, a community story. When one person from the hood makes it out, they don't just get famous. They become the family ATM. They become the solution to everybody's problems. And it don't matter how they got there, what they sacrificed. All that matters is one thing. You made it, so you owe us. And here's the part people don't want to hear. Glo don't owe nobody nothing. Not her sister, not her mama, not her daddy, not nobody. And that sounds harsh until you think about it, because none of us owe anybody anything. We'd love to say if it was me, I would do this, I would do that. But we not in her shoes. We didn't put in the work. We didn't learn her skill. We didn't sacrifice what she sacrificed. And most importantly, we don't know her family dynamics. We don't know who was there for her and who wasn't. We don't know what kind of relationship she has with her mama. We don't know what kind of relationship she has with her siblings. But the internet don't care about facts. We care about the narrative. And the narrative right now is that Glo left her family behind, when the real conversation is way deeper and more uncomfortable. In our community, we expect one person to save everybody. We expect one person to fix generational problems. We expect one person to become the provider of 10 people. And we have seen what that does. We have seen people go broke doing that. We have seen families fall out doing that. We have seen people get hurt over entitlement. And we still don't learn. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've had friends make it in the music industry. And in my mind, I used to think, if that was me, I would have been reached back. But then I had to check myself, because I'm not in their shoes. I didn't watch what they did. I didn't sacrifice what they sacrificed. And most importantly, God bless them, not me. And that's the part people can't swallow, when God blesses somebody else. So now you got a sister threatening to expose her own sister online. Think about that. What are you really exposing? You exposing family business, you exposing yourself. Because no matter how you spin it, this don't make Glo look bad. It makes the family look entitled, and it makes them look desperate. It makes it look like they think fame is a group project. This is why successful people lose their peace, because success changes how everybody looks at you. You stop being a person and start becoming a resource. And that's exactly what we watching right now. This ain't about who right. This ain't about who lying. This is about a lesson everybody watching this needs to hear. Nobody owes anybody anything. And until people accept that, we're going to keep seeing these same stories. Listen, this is really about a mindset that's been in our communities for decades. A mindset that sounds loving, but it's actually destructive. The idea that if one person makes it, everybody else is supposed to eat forever. Not help, not support, but a lifetime subscription to somebody else's success. And it never has a limit, and it never has a budget. It never has a thank you, you've done enough. It just keeps going until the person who made it starts to feel like a prisoner. Because now you can't say no. You can't have boundaries. Now if you don't answer the phone, you changed. If you don't send the money, you acting funny. If you don't buy a house for everybody, you forgot where you came from. And the craziest part is, these expectations never existed when you was broke, when you was struggling, when you was trying to figure it out. Nobody was saying, don't worry, till you make it, I'm gonna pay all your bills. But the second you win, everybody remember the past. Everybody remember how they was there for you. And that's human nature. But it's also a trap, because it turns gratitude into entitlement. And it turns love into expectations. And expectation is what destroys family, not money. We have seen this story play out over and over again. Athletes go broke. Rappers go broke. Actors, entertainers go broke. Not from living wild, but from trying to take care of everybody. And the sad part is, they still get called selfish. You can buy 10 cars, but if you don't buy the 11th one, you selfish. You can pay rent 10 times. You don't pay it the 11th time, you greedy. There is no finish line when people feel entitled to your success. And this is what people watching this need to understand. Success don't come with a family payment plan. Just because y'all share blood does not mean y'all should share bank accounts. And that's a hard conversation nobody likes to have, because it feels cold, but it's actually healthy. Boundaries are not disrespect, they are protection. And if you don't set them, people will take until you empty. And when you get empty, they're gonna call you broke. They're gonna say you can't provide no more. You ain't what you used to be. When the reality is, you gave too much. And I want y'all to think about something. What if Glo has been helping? What if she's been sending money quietly? We don't know that, and we never will. But the fact that her sister ran to the internet, that tells you everything you need to know. Because if this was about family, it would have stayed in the family. This was about pressure and public shame. This was about using the internet as a weapon. And that never ends well for anybody. Because now, even if they fix this privately, the damage was done in public. People gonna look at Glo different. They're gonna look at her family different. And the only people winning is social media. While a real family situation gets turned into entertainment. And the big lesson from this is simple. Fame magnifies problems that already existed. This ain't started when Glo got rich. This started a long time ago. Success just put a spotlight on it. Let's keep it real. A lot of families don't want you to win. They want you to share. They don't want the pressure. They don't want the responsibility. They don't want the work. They just want the results. And when you don't give them the results, they feel betrayed. Not because you did them wrong, but because you ain't do what they expected. And that's the dangerous thing. You can't live your life based on other people's expectations. You can't build a career trying to keep everybody else happy, especially when the people you trying to please didn't build what you built. They didn't sacrifice what you sacrificed. They didn't endure what you endured. They ain't sit in no studios. They ain't write no songs. They didn't learn the craft. They didn't take no risk. But they feel entitled to the reward. And that's where this gets real. Because you start to realize this ain't love no more. This is expectation wearing the mask of love. And that's not the same thing. Love says I'm proud of you. Expectation says what you gonna do for me. Love says you deserve success. Expectation says you owe me your success. And the hardest lesson most people learn after they make it is that everybody can't go with you. Sometimes the people closest to you are the ones who feel the most entitled. And when you don't give in, they turn into your biggest critics. Not because they hate you, but because they don't respect your boundaries. And that's what I see here, not a greedy rapper. I see a woman trying to protect her peace, and I see a family that feels left behind. And both of those feelings can exist at the same time. But only one of those feelings belongs on the internet. And it ain't the family one. Because when you run to social media to air out private pain, you lose moral ground. You lose sympathy. You lose dignity. And you turn a family issue into public entertainment. And people start picking sides like it's a rap battle. When this really ain't none of our business. But it becomes our business when you put it in our face. And now we all learning a lesson, whether we want to or not. The lesson is this. Nobody owes you anything. Not your friends, not your family, not the people who were there, not the people who believed in you. Gratitude is a choice, not a contract. And the second you start treating it like a contract, you destroy the relationship. Because now everything you do is measured. Everything you don't do is remembered. And that's a heavy way to live for anybody. So when I look at this situation, I don't see a villain. I see a lesson, a hard one. Success does not obligate you. It changes your responsibility to yourself. And until we, as a community, stop expecting one person to save everybody, we're going to keep seeing this story. Different rapper, same entitlement. Different family, same expectation. And every time, it ends with public drama. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.